It's an amazing day. Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Look, we got the subscriber count on there. So live, you can subscribe and it will go up. But Pep Guardiola, Pep, my greatest manager, I love him. Oh my God, I love Pep so much, But he's basically come out and said, we tried to, you cannot believe it, we tried to give him a new contract, but he refused. He wants to go to Bayern Munich. We have to do it for David Silva and his ex-girlfriend, his new girlfriend, his wife. Yeah, but Pep has basically come out and confirmed that Sane has rejected to extend his contract 3 times, which signals that obviously he's coming to Bayern. Why are people surprised over this? We knew this was coming, but I guess when Pep Guardiola, Manchester City's manager, Leroy Sane's boss at Man City essentially, is saying it, then it makes more sense. Then it has more substance to it than Zinchenko saying it. But Sane is coming to Bayern. He's going to cost us around 40 to 70 million. Apparently Man City are asking for 70 million, which is crazy to me because, look, in between 70 and 40 million, there's a 15 million difference. And when you subtract 15 million from 70 million and add 15 million from 40 million, you get 55 million euros. Bayern Munich could give City 55 million euros. And we'd stop talking about Sane. I think Bayern are so frugal and freaking cheap sometimes. Like I said, if Bayern were a person, they'd be a rich bastard, wealthy as hell, but really frugal. Like they would try to save money on everything, on food. They wouldn't buy fast food. That's what Bayern are. We are stingy. We are greedy. I don't know. But this is annoying because, look, now that we know Sane is definitely coming, it's all about what leads up to it. Like I was saying, a lot of you were saying it as well, Bayern do want City to play games. Bayern do want Man City to return and to be playing games. Because guess what? That means we get to see what Sane is about. Now that we know Sane is leaving, what, you think Pep is going to play him? I don't think Pep's the type of guy to call a player brilliant and not play him the next day and sell him, actually. Yeah, not something Pep's ever done at all. Nope, it's never happened. But I think Pep definitely wants to use Sane and he can still definitely help City. What is he going to do? I mean, City are already 20 points behind Liverpool. They're pretty much cemented. They technically still have no European football for the next 2 years, 3 years. I mean, if it doesn't get overturned, then, I mean, look, UEFA can't overturn that, can they? Then we can look at De Bruyne. Then we can look at Sterling if Bayern wants. Then we can look at them because City would have to sell them for massive undercut. And it's just another thing. I mean, Sane definitely wanted to leave because if you're rejecting a contract 3 times, the first time had to be a good offer, better than what you're getting paid. The second time had to be a very good offer, way better, much better than what you're getting paid. And the fourth offer had to be the third one had to be a ludicrous one. So if he rejected all of this just to join Bayern, that would be amazing. Let me get the therapy dog out because people seem to like this. By the way, subscribe to the channel for more Bayern Munich content. We're about to reach 1,000 subscribers and it's been amazing over the last 2 months. I do appreciate each and every one of you that's been helping. I mean, I remember 2 months ago I was celebrating 120 and it was crazy. I was like, let's get to 120, 130, and then it was 200, then it was 300, and now we're at, 6 days ago we were saying thanks for 600, and now we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to subscribe and help us get to this, magical 1,000 subscriber mark, I would highly appreciate it. But look, Bayern fans are tired. We are definitely tired of hearing confirmations. We don't want to hear it anymore. I think Bayern's board need to realize this. Sometimes, look, we know we can get Sane for free, but I want Sane next season. I don't want him next season. I want him next season. I want him in the Champions League in 2021 for Bayern in a final. I want him to be playing in the Euros for Germany after playing for Bayern, and I want him to meet his teammates, Kimmich. I want him to be playing for us and assisting every week. I'm tired of seeing Coman play. Look, if it costs you 40 million, 45, 50 million, just do it. Stop being a freaking bum. Don't do this where you're trying to get the lowest price you can. I guarantee you Bayern definitely are genuinely trying to get City to take 40 million. Which, look, it makes sense. He has a year left in his contract. He hasn't played for over 9 months at this point, close to 10 more months now, because he didn't play since August, and August is only 3 months away. So almost a year he hasn't played a single game, been injured. Obviously, the Sirona happened, so that definitely ruined the upcline of the market. So technically, Sane cannot cost more than this certain price, which I get Bayern's evaluation of him. But you also have to just understand the fact that Sane is a world-class talent. A player, actually. He's world-class. Sane's ability of 15 goals, 15 assists, almost guaranteed per season, is Ballon d'Or competitor level. That's something Messi does. And we always talk about how Lewandowski is one of our best players. When Sane plays for us, if he plays the way he's played for City, his flamboyant dribbling, his over the top finesse, he can be one of the best players in the world and one of the best players in our squad. He walks into our winger position. He's better than Coman, he's better than Gnabry, and we need him right now. It's not even a matter of if, it's not that anymore, it's when. That's what we're asking ourselves. When are Bayern going to decide, we're tired of waiting, let's just sign him? And that's the issue, right? We haven't done that. We have not decided we want to sign Sane now. We haven't broken the bank for him either. We shouldn't break the bank, actually. What am I talking about? But look, another confirmation. If you're a Bayern fan, relax. We're going to wait a few months. I think August, it definitely has to be where City and Bayern agree. I do not think Bayern should be waiting for Sane for free. Sane for 40 million. We paid 40 million for goddamn Coutinho, man. Coutinho has costed us about 40 to 50 million since he joined us. His wages, like 15 million or 20 million a year, plus the 10 million we paid Barcelona, plus all these little things, his injuries, whatever. Let's say Coutinho costed us 35, 40 million. Let's just say that, all added up. Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know what I'm talking about? That's exactly what I mean. If we can pay 40 million for Coutinho's loan and give Perisic's loan fee was like 7 million, I think, 8 million. We gave Inter a lot of money for Perisic, and we want to keep him on a permanent. But if we can do these things, why can't we just give money to Sane? If we could pay Lucas Hernandez's release clause while he was injured, 75 or was it 70 million pounds, which is 80 million dollars. If we can do that, why are we so reluctant to give Sane 45 million on his transfer fee? Obviously, Sane is the player we need more than Lucas Hernandez and more than Coutinho and more than Perisic. And we've been talking about it. Bayern need a winger, a cam, and it's just what it is. But another twist in the transfer stories, it's just brilliant for us to hear. If you want to watch the video of how Sane fits into Bayern, it'll be in the link in the description. Make sure you go check that out as well, because it was definitely a good video and you'd like to give it a watch. You would like to give it a watch, wouldn't you? Yeah, the dog says it. But another few months of waiting, another few months of knowing what Pep said. Now, if I make a video on Sane, it has to be about the negotiations happening behind the scenes. I don't think Sane will definitely not play for City. People think for some reason City aren't that type of club. I don't think they're not just gonna not play a player because he hasn't been loyal to them. He's rejected their contracts. He hasn't really publicly stated his interest. A player that I think, if they were their club, I wouldn't play, is probably Timo Werner, because the way he twerked. The guy publicly talked about Bayern for 2 years, and then Bayern's board had to come out and say no. And then he twerked for Liverpool, and Liverpool didn't have the money. Now he twerked for Chelsea, and Chelsea had the money. And now he's pulling himself out of the Leipzig squad. Imagine Leipzig go ahead and win the Champions League. Not saying we wouldn't, but look, Leipzig are a good team, and they're one of the best teams in the world the way they play. I think they could give any team a bunch of problems. We haven't won against Leipzig this season. People don't realize that. But that's not even my point. My point is Man City. Now, is this going to make a rivalship with Man City? Yes, it will. Look, when we play Man City, if we play Man City, that is, I think Real Madrid have a big chance to come. I think Real Madrid might win that leg. People keep laughing at me because I believe in Real Madrid, but I've seen Real Madrid go from 2-0 down or 2-1 to us, 3-1 at times, to beating us, slapping us up. Real Madrid are a Champions League typical BS team. They love doing it. They love upsetting you. They are a mental team to play because you have to take every chance you get against them, or they'll just get one great decision going their way, get a penalty, and that's how they win. And I think Man City, we could play them in the Champions League if they get past Real Madrid. And I would love to really show these British fans that think Man City are now the favorites just because they're seeing City play again, what Bayern really do. I think over the last 4 games, Bayern have been crap, not good enough, but I think we're going to show ourselves. I think the players are already motivated. And now another thing, if you get Sane into that squad, a Kai Havertz, 3 different players that can potentially start in that squad, you get new motivation to do well in the Champions League again. And that was the thing Real Madrid did so well. 3 Champions Leagues in a row, they decided, you know what, that's cool. Zidane can retire. They allowed Zidane go. They bought some new players in. They tried to bring a new manager in, try and play differently. Always be innovative. And that's the thing. I think Hansi Flick will probably fulfill his contract, extend for 3 more years or something like that. He won't get sacked, I don't think. He's not the type of manager to get sacked. If he's not performing well and he knows he can do better, he'll probably just walk away. But I think Hansi Flick will win 2 Champions Leagues here, be the first manager to do it after, who do we have in this, from 74 to 76? I don't know. I think we had 2 different we had the same manager who won his, and he left, and then Hitzfeld did the same. He left and then came back. So I think it's going to be a very similar situation with Hansi Flick. And having players like Sane come in is definitely going to help. It's going to make players be more motivated to perform in the European competitions. But look, if Pep is saying it, then it's happening, isn't it? I mean, there's zero chance we don't sign Sane. But there's a small chance that it could also go into next year. And that's not what we need. I don't think we should wait for that. I mean, look, a lot of people love calling Bayern broke because we didn't sign Sane this season and break the bank for him. But you have to remember this as well. We wanted to break the bank for Sane last season. We wanted to pay 140 million on his fees and also his his wages for the 5-year contract he was signing. If that was the case, then you should be convinced. I think, yeah, that's it. We wanted to break the bank for Sane. We wanted to do every single thing. I don't know. People have to realize this. If we wanted to pay 140 million around that, it shows me the club had the money. We were willing to spend it. And now, because of the pandemic, obviously we're going to be cheap. But it also indicates to me that, hey, if Bayern set aside just 140 million to give to Sane, for the next 5 years and also to City, then if we give City 40 million now, or 45 or 50 million, don't we have 90 or 100 million left for Havertz and Sergio Dest? If you can squeeze that and then sell a few players, you have 200 million. This is exactly my logic. We came into this window with the realization that, of course, there was no pandemic before March. There was none. We didn't know of the Sirona. The Sirona wasn't a thing. My logic is, because the Sirona became a thing, Bayern decided, let's be cheap. Let's not take advantage of it. But this is what it is. But thank you everyone so much for watching this. It's been an amazing video, waking up to some excellent news. Hopefully I'm seeing you all on the live stream, but it should be amazing. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace.